Hi everyone, my name is Snetemba. Welcome to my channel Sense Over Noise, where I try to do research and make sense of whatever noise is happening in the world or whatever noise is happening in your mind. Currently, what is happening or what is in everyone's lips right now is the year-end fatigue, right? Everyone is complaining about how tired they are. Everyone, if you have WhatsApp or you have Instagram or you have TikTok, everyone is talking about year-end fatigue, right? But what exactly is year-end fatigue? Is it real? We don't know. Well, I did try to figure it out, right? And I did try to sort of understand what it's about. And so the first thing I want to do is sort of get into the crux and the definition of it, right? Fatigue, rather. Because the year-end one, we'll get into it. It's not really, fatigue is not specific to a certain time, right? You can still be fatigued in June or March or October. So it's not specific to just December, but so I want to talk about fatigue and burnout. There is a difference between fatigue and burnout. Fatigue is sort of a state, right? You are just tired. You've been doing something for a long time. You can be fatigued today from just going through your emails and working. You get to the end of the day like, oh my gosh, I'm really tired. It's like an extreme case of being tired. Burnout, in a sense, is very different because burnout is sort of a psychological state. It's like you don't even care anymore. You don't want to get up. Nothing matters. You don't have any motivation to do anything. So that is very different from a fatigue. Fatigue, you can go to the gym, drink water, sleep, eat, and then you might feel better and the fatigue might end. But with burnout, you might need other interventions sort of fix it, right? They are not essentially the same, right? And we need to differentiate between the two. I'm not going to be talking about burnout today. I'm going to be talking about specifically fatigue, right? What's the story here? Let's take it back to the beginning of the year. January 1st is coming. Everyone, I mean everyone, myself included, has New Year's resolutions. And I might make a video about New Year's resolutions, but because I really want to also get into that idea of New Year's resolutions. But everyone has them. You want to be the person that goes to the gym 5 times a week. You want to be the person that drinks water. You want to be the person that eats healthy. You want to be the person that shows up and is never late. You don't cancel plans. You want to be the person that finishes all their tasks on their to-do. You essentially want to alter yourself beginning of a year. You want to forget your old self and start and be a new person at the beginning of the year. Fine, right? That's New Year's resolution. So January 1st comes and crickets go off and we all make the resolutions and then we've made a decision to become this person. Now this as a whole new identity. You want to change your identity. You want to identify as someone who does all they need to do and someone who finishes their tasks and someone who is on top of things and someone who goes to the gym, etc. That's a new identity, right? And then you also have a job or you have to go to school, so you also have these responsibilities. So January comes and you do all these things. Now, every action that your brain is not used to requires a lot of energy. So if your brain is not used to waking up in the morning, going to the gym every day, deciding what good food to eat, because usually you know that every evening you order KFC, or I know that every evening I order takeout from like an Indian or a Chinese restaurant. You know this is what you do, right? Every week or every day. Your brain knows this. Now you are trying to order something else. You're trying to be a healthier person. That is going to require some form of energy, right? That's one. 2, now you want to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning. That is going to require a humongous amount of energy from your body and from what your brain is used to and what your energy is used to, right? So it's the food, it's the eating, right? And then showing up. Now, because you told your friends that you're going to show up now, every plan that you guys make, you want to show up. So now and then you want to journal also. You're not used to journaling, so it's going to require some form of energy. And then you want to also meditate. All of these things require energy. So from Jan until March, and then also you have a job. So you are just burning energy and you're just using this so much energy to sort of become this new person, this new identity that you've just identified for yourself, right? That is going to be very exhausting. So by the time let's say April comes, you're ditching the gym entirely. You're like, you know what? This gym thing is not working. I'm not going to go to the gym every day. I'm just going to go to the gym 3 times a week, right? What happened? Because you're just tired, right? So now you're left with other 3 things. All those things also require energy as well, right? So you still want to wake up. You still want to show up to your friends. The thing is, you plans, you want to do all the other things. And then now it's approaching October. You have been doing all these things all year, dropping some, picking up, going to the gym again, and then dropping it, and you are essentially tired. Yes, fatigue is real, especially if you've been trying to be a different person all year. You are going to be tired. There's no doubt about it, right? But there's also another element. There's an element of the social element, right? There's absolutely nothing your brain loves than admitting, taking evidence on your own biases, right? So that's what they use as well with the internet. They know that you are liberal. They know that you are like a conservative. They know that you like chocolate. They know that you like piano. They know that you like ballet. So they just feed you what you like so that you feel good, so that you stay there. That's what your brain wants. Your brain wants what it already believes, doesn't like anything to contradict it. So what happens now, you already established that you like these, you are tired, right? You want to sort of rest. This is there, and then you scroll and then you see everyone just posting year-end fatigue, year-end fatigue, year-end fatigue. And then now it just confirms your own biases. And then you feed into it, and then you roll with the punches. You're like, yes, I knew it. I knew I wasn't alone in this. I knew everyone was tired. I knew that, I'm right. I'm justified in my actions. And then you just continue in that. You're like, yes, this was true. And then you just give yourself an excuse to be fatigued. All of that, the genuine fatigue that occurs because you were trying to be a new person, and also the idea that everyone just confirms what you already know or what you already think you're going to be fatigued. So then what does this mean? Is there a danger to this? Is it real? Is it not? Like I said, it is real to some degree, but it doesn't mean that you need to stop showing up. Just because now you think you're tired, it means that no, you must now just drop everything and stop showing up. No. But you should do what you should have done beginning of January. So how should you approach this, right? I think I said in the other video as well, you can't just spring changes to yourself all at once. Big changes as well. Like, you can't just be a new person today and that's it. Like, from now on, you just wake up at 5, you go to the gym 5 times a week, you shop to every plans, you eat healthy, exercise. You can't do that. So you have to do things gradually. So now, fine, you are person that you are snake, and you decide that you're tired. You still have to go to work. Like me, I still have exams. I still have exams in January. And my body's not used to working in December. So how am I just gonna stop showing up because because I am tired? No. What I will do though is acknowledge that, you know what? Yes, my body's not used to this. Acknowledgement is key in everything, because it makes you conscious about the things that were usually unconscious to you, things that you didn't understand. So yes, acknowledge that, you know what, you are tired. I am tired. Usually around this time when I'm back at home in South Africa, I'm chilling with my family. I'm not doing anything. I'm just stressed out about what I'm gonna do for December. But now I have to study. I just have to really be, intentional with my scheduling. I need to try and make sure that I try to do as much as I can every day, just a little as I can every day, not force myself to be this entirely new person, because that's just going to cause more fatigue. And also ignore what other people say or feel. That's not how you feel. That's not what, that's not a reflection on yourself. It's not what people think, right? You need to also decide on your own what you want and what you feel like doing, right? So I think that's going to be really, really, really helpful, sort of understanding who you are. And I hope this helps. I really do. Yeah. So year-end fatigue, is it real or not? It is real. You probably are tired, but it's just the same as any other exhaustion that you would have felt in February or March. Just rest a little bit, do all the right things, which is eat healthy, balanced meal, right? And then walk around. I'm a big fan of exercise, and just make sure that you do things that are, going to be helpful to you.